deal or not. There's a very procedural way of going about it so that there isn't so much confusion and everything around that.
Yes. So,
Sure.
also I'm just posting up here. So catch me up to speed. What did you guys do last time? And in the chat, you guys let us know what you guys are looking forward to. So like Jen said, we're going to be doing, we have our deal form. Do you guys all know about our deal form where you guys can submit deals?
Yeah, I was doing it last time. Put it in there again.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Jen. So Jen put it in there. So if you guys have deals, we're going to go over today just a recap. What's a deal, how to find a deal, and all the things. And I heard that you guys wanted to make calls. How do you guys feel about making calls today? Oh, Lewis, it's your first day here. Welcome.
And Brandy.
Was that? Oh, and Brandy. Hi, Brandy. Welcome, you guys. So what we've been doing is we're doing, just so you guys know, also the Elephant Challenge is going to be next week, led by Pace. A lot of agent outreach. Yoli, welcome. You're a newbie too. We're focusing a lot on agent outreach. And so for those of you guys, thank you for coming. I've been seeing so many baby elephants in here. They go to Pace's Zooms and then they watch his YouTubes and then they try to do it all on their own. And they're like, help. So, this is what these meetings are for. Corey's like, I have 4 properties, for this med setter I found today, lowest equity. We should go over that too. I did get the, buy box for her. And we can go over those. You haven't called yet, Corey. We could call. And Corey also wants to learn to comp. Do you guys want to learn how to comp today? Why is comping important, Jen?
So that you know how much you can sell a deal for.
Yes. And if it's a deal.
Yes.
So like, if I'm like, I will sell you this cup of water for $5 million. Is that a deal? No. And it's not a deal because you guys know, probably you go to Starbucks and this is probably like $5 at Starbucks, right? You just know because you're like, I know that's not a $5 million cup. It's plastic. It's probably maybe 15 tops and that's like on the high end. So that's a lot with comping, is like teaching you guys to be like, okay, well, Jen wants 5 million for this house. What are the other houses going for? Whose signature's on it? That's a good one, Clifton. That's true. That is some creative thinking. So we'll teach you how to be like, is this house worth what the seller is saying that they want for it? And it's basically what's something worth. It's what people are willing to pay for it, right? I can put this on the market with Charles Barkley's signature for 5 million. And if somebody wants to pay 5 million, then maybe there is a market for that. There's not a lot of people that are in the market for a $5 million cup with Charles Barkley's signature on it. But and also that helps because it'll help you find your buyer. So if it's a good price for that neighborhood, for that house, for when it was built, we look at all sorts of things. And that's one of the things we want you guys to know is like, is it a deal? That's one of the first questions we'll ask. Did I miss anything, Jen?
Nope.
Okay. Corey, you have 4 properties that close, maybe, and you want to comp these. Maybe we can bring Corey up. Is there anybody else? Raise your hand if you guys have any deals that you want to comp. So for those of you guys that are new, we give you homework and we tell you to go out into the world and do this homework and bring it back. Corey is a wonderful example. Corey's been here since the beginning. He will come on, he'll raise his hand, he'll do live calls, which is, you guys, it's so scary. So for Corey to call an agent for his first time, not only on his first time, but with like 20 people watching on, or however many people on Zoom. So we'll give you guys homework, and the difference that sets the people that are going to get their first deal apart. Jen and I were just talking about this. From those of you that just show up to consume, like, it's really good that you guys are showing up. You're taking action. That's huge. But you have to take the next action. So Corey, we know Corey. We've been on the phone with Corey. We've done Zooms with agents and Corey. Corey is an action taker. I'm not saying no one else is. I'm just using Corey as an example because he just said, I have 4 properties. So he is doing these things and he's taking what we teach him and he's coming back and he's like, I'm doing this. Now help me. So we want all of you guys to follow in Corey's footsteps. And we want to get to know you and we want to help do deals with you. So, what do you think, Jen? Should we start with comping and then maybe do some calls afterwards? And then we can do a little bit of both. What do you guys think in the chat? Let us know. Talk to us in the chat. We're going to, what we do is we'll mute everyone and then we will, because we don't want to get thrown off, and we'll unmute you. So hold on. Let's pull Corey up.
Hey guys.
Hi, Corey. How are you?
Pretty good. How's it going?
Good. Look at you, action taker, you.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a slacker, but I got some properties to call this morning that I was hoping that we can maybe comp 1 or 2.
Let's do that. So we can do, I love that, Corey. Thank you for taking action and bringing this here. We were just talking about what we were going to do in general. Like, let's comp and call, and you have given us the material too.
Okay.
So Victoria's ready to make calls too. We'll call, we can do a little bit of both. We have an hour and a half today. And we haven't gone on over comping yet. So it might just be like a quick thing that we can go over. Let's start with, if you guys can all go to the elephant challenge, maybe hold on. Let me just do this real quick. Jen, will you take over for just a second? I'm going to just post that we're live for our thing. Okay. Everybody wants comping first. Okay.
Do you want me to just post?
Yeah. Do you mind? Yeah. Will you post? Will you just say we're live? Cause I'm trying to, I can't do 2 things at the same time. I wish I could. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you guys where you can find, I'm going to make some updated ones, but this is the elephant challenge. You all should know where to find this. Okay. So under resources and then docs, we have comping. Do we have a comping thing? Let's see if we do. Laura's comping rules. So we've been over this once before. This is really helpful. So if you come here, and I'm going to make an updated one for us, but this is going to be helpful. Why is it highlighting it? Stop. Here, I'll just download it. Okay. Hold on, I'm going to stop sharing because it's all wonky. Okay, so what we'll do, let's pull this up. Corey, let's do an address first. I'm going to I wonder if we can have 2 screen shares at a time. Okay, let's do I'll share my screen first. I'm going to do the whole screen so I can do multiple things to show you guys. Okay. So a good place to start. Actually, I'm going to have you do it because you have privy. Will you share your screen?
Okay.
And I need to give you permission. Yeah, you have it. And pull up the address on privy. So if you guys don't have privy, you can do this for, you can do this on Zillow. Privy has a really cool situation on comping with this. So if you scroll down a little bit, due to where you see comparables right here. So what you're doing when you're comping is you're looking for something. See, I love how Privy does this. See, it has that square box. And that's within a mile. So, and there's all these rules. The closer to the house, the better. It looks like there's a lot of comps. And you want to go through and do the comping rules. So one of the comping rules is you don't want to cross a major road. So that yellow road over there on the left, there's nothing over there.
Okay.
This is, so you wouldn't want to cross over there. Privy's nice because it gives you a square of like a quarter or a mile all the way
So
around.
can I drag this square? I haven't tried that yet.
I don't think you can.
Mm.
No, scroll down a little bit. You might be able to edit it. So then you come down here and so I'll share with you guys in a minute and I'm going to make a sheet. So one of the things is you don't want to cross a major road or like a river or something. So Holmes Road, there's nothing over there, and that yellow road, there's nothing. So I would go, there's a bunch in there within yours. So I would click that plus button because we have a lot to work with. And we want to look.
This one?
Yes. And if you guys need Privy, you can get a discount with Pace's code. It's not required, but you go, it's startwithprivy.com and then promo code Pace and you get 20% off your first month. If you guys want it, it's not required. Okay. So then we're seeing all these houses. So let's scroll down a little bit on the page. Yep. So you see up here, go up a little bit where it says, you see the red means sold. The yellow means pending. Green is active, and rentals is new. That's nice. So we don't need to comp it for rentals quite yet. What we're looking for is we want to look for places that have recently sold. So you have the sold thing right there highlighted, which is great. And then if you also want to find something that is very similar, it's comparable. So what is yours? Is it how many beds, how many baths?
It is, it's this one. It's the top 2816 Green Mountains Drive, 470K, 2182 square feet, 215 a square foot, 3 bed, 4 bath, 2 garage, 3 levels. Built in 2021, 104 days on market.
This is why I haven't been on Privy in a minute. This is why I love Privy. It's so easy to comp on Privy. So it highlights what you have. And then you're going to scroll down a little bit and we want to see, we want to go find all the things that are very, very similar. So we want to, if there's a 5 bedroom there, we don't want to see it. There's not. So you see all around, we're looking at beds and baths. They're all about the same. If it's, baths, they're all 4 baths, so we don't have to uncheck anything, but we kind of talked about this last time. Have you guys ever lived in a house with 1 bath? Like baths are important. So if there's a 1 bath versus a 2 bath, it's going to be a huge difference for that buyer. If you ever lived in a 1 bathroom house with like a few people and somebody's taking a shower and you have to poop really bad, like, and I know it's intense. I know it's just the facts of life. We're all adults here. There's 1 bathroom. You either have to take a poop right next to your friend with like a shower door or curtain separating you, or you got to run down the street and go to McDonald's or the 7-Eleven or something, or the mall to go poop. So bath difference are very, very important, is all I'm saying. So you don't want to you want to always, if there was 1 bedroom, or bathroom, like let's say there was like a bunch of 2 baths and then a 1 bath, just delete those 1 baths because it's a nightmare having one.
So Carly, I noticed,
Yep.
all these are really recently built. See, like this,
Yep.
mine is 2021 and these are all, but then there's like this 07 over here. So maybe
Yep.
we get rid of that.
Yep, you got it. So get rid of that. We don't even want to look at anything that's an old build. And look, there's 2006 ones. Let's take out those 2006 builds.
2006.
And then, so go through, let's do like build dates, beds and baths. We'll look at first. So garage doesn't matter as much.
Yeah, they're all pretty much the same.
They're all pretty much the same. Okay. And so then you want the build date to be within 5 years. I'm going to write this down for you guys. Build dates within 5 years, bed and bath, the same. Okay. Now let's go over to square footage. You want to have, hold on, let me pull it up because I have to reference. So you can take money off and on based on the square footage. I just have to go. Where's my thing that I downloaded? Okay, so for okay, 10 plus or minus, you want plus or minus 10% of the square footage.
Okay, so what's
So
that? 220 square feet. Ish. 218.2 square feet.
so
Uh,
what is yours? What's your square footage?
2182,
2182. So let's go. What's 10%? 2182.
218.2. Is that right?
Oh,
Math in public. So like these
So, yeah.
1914s, I think would come off, right? So
yeah.
200.
See, you're quicker at math than me. I'm doing math on my calculator. So yeah, take those off. You want the same levels. So they're all 3 levels, it looks like on that one.
Mhm.
Oh, a big one is pool or no pool. On any of these. Is this where is this? This is in Texas.
It's
so
by
it
the
might
Med
be-
Center in Houston, yeah.
That's probably not that big of a deal, but that might help for. Okay,
Yeah,
and then we also want to go lot size. So similar lot sizes. There's not a lot of lot size information on here, but yours is
yeah.
1472. So 2330 might be
A little big.
might be a little bit too much. It
Okay.
might throw your comparables off. So I would just kick that one out.
And then this one's 25 something here.
Yeah, take that one off. And then they all have like number D, F, A. So they want to be the same type of house. So is this a single family house? Is this a condo?
I wasn't sure. I think it's kind of condo-ish. What are
So
they?
I mean, maybe keep all the ones that have like the number G. I know that G is not a number, but it has that number symbol.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think it is a condo, even though
And sometimes developments have that. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
doesn't show the front. Why doesn't it show the front? Yeah, I think it is some sort of condo.
okay. Perfect. So
So did
then
that
you
just
want to do
erase
a
all my work
mile,
there?
a
No.
mile radius. So let's go up. I think you can go up just a little bit more.
Get rid of that.
So that's within a mile radius. So we're good. Okay.
How do you change that? Do you know?
You scroll down a little bit. You can go plus or minus on that. I don't
Oh,
think
I
you
see.
can pick it like with a number, but you can also, if you go to the top, you can see a little pen and you can draw a circle. So see how,
This guy?
so like draw a little circle around like the closest. So like draw a little circle right around where yours guys is. Yeah, like right there. Perfect. So then those are your immediate comps. Those, if you scroll down a little bit, now we see more immediate comps. We've taken most everything out. So we need the same garage count too. So yours is a 2-car.
Yeah, so get rid of all the 3 cars.
Yeah. Let's look at it. Yeah, let's look at it first before we do it, because you can't quite undo it. So looking at all the 2-car garages, where's the garage?
This one's 2.
And then the other thing that's really most important is sold date. So you want to have something within the last, what is it? The last 3 months. Because if you do it last year, we all know that the interest rates changed. Jen, if I'm just over talking and you want to add something.
So let's see, 8, 7, 6. So everything past May. Right?
Yeah, anything past May, delete it. So like that 1, 12, 23, 12, 20, those last 2.
Yes. So anything past May, okay.
So
Okay.
we've gone through, we've looked at square footage, right? Did we look at square footage? I think we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we have a couple of
10%.
1914s that are right under. So those should probably go.
Not quite yet. Don't do it quite yet. It's just good to compare for now.
Okay.
It's just to keep it in mind. But for the most part, it's within 10% of the square footage, right? It's sold within the last 3 months. You can see the price that it's sold for. So now your person wants, or gal wants 470,000. It looks like something and it's 2182. If you go right below it, something with less square footage
Sold for the same price.
sold for the same price. Now let's look at the price per square foot. They're asking, your guy or gal is asking $215 per square foot. And this one recently sold literally yesterday, like 3 days ago, for $245 square foot. So right there, that's showing me 3 days ago, that's what somebody paid for it. So and it was 73 days on, 73 days on market.
Mhm.
So a question before you call the agent might be like, tell me, like, why is this on market so long? I noticed that another one sold recently, right close to it, very comparable. And it wasn't like, I wouldn't say that much, just be like, tell me why is it on days on market? Have you gotten offers? Have they fallen out? So that's a good question. That's going off in my head. And then, so like, let's continue down to look at the stuff. So everything else within the last 3 months, our person wants 215 per square foot. There was one that sold for 212 per square foot on June 23rd. So do you think, looking at this, you guys, do you think this is a fair asking price comparables, comping, compared to what everything else like it within the area has sold for?
I do.
I do too. So does Privy has the same info as the MLS? Good question, GV. Most areas do have MLS info. Yes, not all do. They're working on getting it, but I know Houston is one of the places I believe that does. So this process that we're doing now is after you've talked to the homeowner and shown interest in selling. No, that's a good question, Clifton. This is something. So Corey, have you called anybody yet?
No, this morning
expressed
I got up and I made a list of, I don't even know if you can see it, but I went through on Privy and found 4 properties that I want to call and I want to comp.
Yes. So this is what he did. He found the property, and first, before we even call and be like, we want to make sure they're not selling a cup for $5 million. Like, it's going to be a waste of everybody's time if they want $8 million for this house where everything else is selling for 470. So we want to comp it first and be like, is this a good price? And if it's not, like, what if they want 520? You can still call them, but you are armed with the information that everybody else is selling between what is it? What's the lowest? 452 and 480. So you have that when you can talk to when you talk to the seller or the agent. This is just research. So this is something you do. He picked 4 houses, and now he's ready to call them, but he's doing his research first. So Brian says it depends on the sold properties fixes. If one dated and one is new, the dated one won't sell for the comp. That's a very good point. I did not go into that because these were all built within
2 years.
3 years of each other. So
Yeah.
it's not like a 1970 neighborhood house. And like somebody has done 0 upgrades since 1970 and another person's done a full gut and remodel. But that's a very good point, Brian. I appreciate you bringing that up. So you can also look at these. So that one that you have highlighted, just click on
Oh,
it.
Was
I
it
think
that
you
one?
can, either one. I think you can click on it and look at these. Or the I, see the I,
no,
right?
that makes it go away.
No, to the left. There's two
Oh,
eyes.
that eye.
Yeah,
Different
that
kind of
eye.
eye.
Click that. I think that one.
Yep.
So that's a really good point, Brian. So we can go look and be like, okay, is this the same? Is it a condo? Has this been updated? All this stuff. So this one is a condo.
Yeah, there's a lot around the med center. There's a lot of condos, obviously, because building
And
up is, get more square footage in the same footprint for this expensive.
And that's absolutely right. So med center, we're talking about, there's people that have not started yet and they're brand new. Let's talk about, will you catch us all up to speed, Corey, on why we're looking for a med center in Houston, Texas?
What was that? Like 2 Zooms ago? Gosh, I forget what was her name.
Valeria, I think.
Yeah, she was taught, she's in the medical profession and she has some contacts with hospitals. They're looking for midterm rentals. So, that are within like 10 miles of hospital districts. And so they're hoping to be able to reach out to her and her connections and get, multiple locations secured for midterm rentals for nurses and maybe even patients that need to be there for, a longer period of time.
Yeah. So
Did I
that's
get
what
that
Evan
right,
was
or-
asking. So we're looking, she's partnered with a medical center. It's like, get us some deals. Let's rent them out. We'll partner with you on these.
Mhm.
And we're going to rent them out to med students, to families that maybe like for example, the Ronald McDonald House is a house for families to stay when their kids are in the NICU or they're having surgery right close to the hospital. There's only so many places for families and doctors and residents and patients to stay. So they need housing. The hospital needs housing. So for this one, that's what our exit strategy is, Evan.
So did you take her, do you think that those are going to be like midterm rental rates or regular rental rates?
Those are going to be midterm rental rates.
Okay.
Those are going to
So
make some
is that
money.
like, does that like double to triple what regular rents would be?
I don't know if it's double or triple. It depends. It really depends. Of all the things. So for you guys listening, there's long-term rentals. Corey can do with this. He can long-term rental this and sell it and rent it for like a year lease to a student or something. He can short-term rental it, which is Airbnbs, like weeks at a time. That makes a little bit more money. So the lowest that you'll make is long-term. Short-term is the middle amount of money that you'll make. And then midterm rental has the highest amount of money that you can make. You have insurance companies that they're usually furnished. So they're going to cost both short and midterm. You're going to have insurance companies that have like families that are displaced because of floods or fires. You have hospitals that need to have specialists and doctors stay in for a month at a time. So they're going to pay this premium for a furnished place close to the hospital. That's nice, that they're docked and safe, that their doctors and patients can stay at. And they know that we have to furnish it, and they're going to turn over quicker, like maybe a month at a time or 6 months at a time. They're just oddball time frames. So they'll pay more. And they know this. So your best exit strategy usually is, if you're holding these, is if you can midterm rental it, that's where you make the money. So, all right. So now we have our information.
Mhm.
This is close to the medical center. While you're calling, I'll pull up Valeria's buy box and post that she emailed us so we can look at what that is.
Yeah, so I looked up this, I think it might be the broker though, the number. I had a hard time. So maybe we can do a little bit of snooping before I actually call this number, but
Yes.
what I did to find the number was I just went to, well, let me see. Does it have the agent number on here? Let me see.
It might. Do Control F and see, and do listing or agent.
Control F.
Yeah. Or Command F if you're on a Mac.
Command F.
And then delete those numbers. and then do agent or listing. There we go. Listing.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's Jonathan Sutton. So, but I found him and I think he might be the broker, but maybe he's the agent. So we'll give him a call.
Okay.
Okay, I learned something new. So
Yes.
do we go off screen share now? Let's see.
You can go off screen share. Yes. So, do you want to call right now?
Yeah, I can call.
Okay. So let's go over the stuff that you're going to ask. The 4 pillars. Does anybody not know what the 4 pillars are? It's okay. I just want to make sure nobody's left behind.
Oh, I
Let
have
me know in the
down
chat.
because I'll never, if you have to ask me on the spot, I'm not going to remember, but timeline, motivation, condition, and price.
Yeah. So those are a lot of the things that we want to, if we're like, what do I say? What do I say to the agent? 4 pillars is good. Why are they selling? Why in this particular one, we know it's been on market for 100 something days. So this is a good one to, why are they selling? Why do you think it hasn't sold yet? Have you gotten offers? So we always want to ask open-ended questions, not yes or no answers, and let them talk. Let them just talk.
Yeah, it's funny because they spill their guts usually.
They do. And let them do it. Don't interrupt them. Just silence is golden.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know too, just in case you hadn't seen, that they have done $30,000 in price reductions. But that's it.
Oh, that's a good point. Thank you, Jen. You also want to look at their history. And so there's a motivation there.
Yeah.
So
So
it
it was
the price
originally,
30K. Yeah. Oh,
yeah, originally listed
I forget
$495.
too. They had this one I think was, I'm just looking really quick. Yeah, so their mortgage is 376. So there's like almost $100,000 split. So they would have to do
Hybrid.
a hybrid, or whoever's buying it had to come out more money to purchase it. But I think the location is good and it's new. So
Yep. It's very pretty.
okay, let's see here. So one. Hold on, I'm gonna shut the laundry room door because I hear the one. Oh. Okay, 5196.
I'm going to mute and unmute you when you talk about phone numbers so we're not doxing anybody on the internet. Everybody wish him good luck.
Ooh.
Nothing happened. It just like call dropped.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Should I try to call again or text?
Call.
Oh, yeah.
Something we always say is we do triple dial.
Hello,
Is this Jonathan Sutton?
how can I help you?
Hey, this is Corey Sachs, calling about 2816 Grand Fountain Drive, number G.
Uh-huh,
Are you the listing agent?
yes, I can, uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm an investor, and so I can represent myself in a real estate transaction. I was just calling to ask you about the property. I noticed it's kind of got high days on market and
Well, the market is slow right now, so
Oh.
that's quite common,
I understand. Okay.
yeah.
Has the property like had a contract and it fell through or anything, or is there anything wrong with the property?
No, there's been some offers, but the offers were lowballed, but no contract thus far.
I understand. And is the seller, do they have like a timeline? Are they in a hurry, or
No,
are they currently living in there?
yes,
Okay. Okay. How come they're selling?
I'm sorry,
Why are they selling?
relocation.
Relocate. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And are they pretty firm on their price right now?
Let me see. Yes. For the most part, they are.
Okay. Do you think that they would be interested in any kind of are you familiar with subject to where
What,
basically because we're investors and we like to buy properties for take over existing mortgage, basically where we pay their mortgage and uh and then we use it as an investment property. Since obviously we can't go out and get a low rate like they may have. I'm not sure what their rate is, but do they have an existing mortgage on the property?
the house is brand new house.
Yeah.
So yeah, the house is a brand new house. If you all are interested, you all just submit a contract, an offer over to me, and we can explore the offer. And we
Okay.
can just go from there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. But thank you so much for the call. And if you're interested, we'll look forward to an email from you. And if not, we do wish you well.
Okay. Can I get your email?
It is mr.jonssutton@gmail.com. mr.jonssutton@gmail.com. Mr.johnsutton@gmail.com.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Fun.
He was not chatty.
No, he was like
Yeah.
one word answers.
So a lot of times when you say you're an investor, it can turn agents off.
Yeah.
And so you did a great job. I'm just going to give you some talking points. So just be like, hey, I buy houses all day. I can represent myself. I just want to establish that. If I do use the word investor, I like to say, listen, we do this all the time, and like build a rapport first and be like, tell me about it. So tell me about this. And they're like, he's tough. He was a tough one. He's
Yeah.
a tough nut to crack. So you gotta like,
He wasn't not nice though.
he wasn't not nice. He was just
Yeah.
like, what happened is he heard investor and he's like, I'm not,
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
you're going to string me along. So if I use that word, I like to say something like, listen, I'm an investor, but they think you're going to lowball them. Yeah, Brandy says he doesn't want to sell. It doesn't sound like he wants to sell for the owners. He heard investors and he hears, you're going to lowball me $550,000. You're going to waste my time.
Or you're going to go around me.
Or you're going to go around me, like one of these things. So the investor word, use carefully. It's a naughty word to realtors.
Okay.
It puts guards up. I don't think it's a naughty word. So we just need to build more rapport. Be like, hey, my name's Corey. Just want to establish I can represent myself in this. But I just wanted to ask you a few questions about the house. Can you tell me about this house? And he'll be like, it's brand new. It was just built. And be like, that's amazing. It's a beautiful house. So you'll compliment them and like build rapport and then be like, so I noticed it's been on market, or you can say, I noticed it's been on market for a bit. Has it been under contract? Do you guys have any offers going? So then you can kind of be like, without being appointed, why is it still on market?
Yeah, I wish I was better at this, but
no, you're not bad. You're learning.
Back, I could have come back when he said, we got lowballed. I could have said, well, I think the price is fair. I'm not interested in lowballing you. That
yes.
might have turned him around, but it's easy to think of now after.
Yes.
Yeah, but at least you're learning from it. Like,
Yeah.
don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah, because they'll just get better.
This is a learning. So I'm not saying you did a bad job. I'm just giving you pointers.
No,
so you will learn for the next time. I don't want you to, don't be hard on yourself.
No, I didn't think that at all.
So if you do say, and then be careful when you pitch creative. So we like to be like, so I buy these houses all the time. I notice that it's been on market for a little bit. So you like take them down the path that the traditional route isn't working and they've dropped it $30,000. And you see that and be like, I see it's been on market for 100 days. You've dropped a couple prices. He said the market's slow. So be like, yeah, and I know the market's really slow. Let me ask you this. Would your seller entertain a more creative offer? And I will
Yeah, I know.
pay your, it's okay.
As
I'll
soon as I said
pay-
sub 2, I was like, yeah, he's gonna be like, no.
yeah, you're just talking. They just, what people don't understand, they're just going to say no to. So you
Yeah.
just be like, would they prefer, I'll pay your price. Would they be willing to, I'll pay their asking price. I won't go tit for tat on like, there's a crack in that piece of tile and you have to fix it. Like,
Mhm.
I won't go tit for tat. I'll pay your price and I will pay your commissions and closing costs. So there you're like, let me give you all these things. Another thing I just remembered that we didn't do that we need to do is if you can pull it up on Privy and look at their mortgage. We forgot
Yeah.
to do that.
But I don't really want to tell the agent that I've already like done that.
No, you don't,
Yeah.
but we want to arm ourselves with that. So can you see on
Yeah.
Privy what the mortgage is?
Yeah, I did already, but I'll let me share. You want me to share my screen?
Sure. Or you can just tell us.
I'll share the screen for you so I can show you. Okay. I forgot the address, 2816. So
it's good.
Privy, you go to public records. And then mortgage history. And then it's 2021 mortgage at 3% for 348 months, which is weird, at 376,250.
This is exactly what we want. So this is a prime candidate. I forgot to tell you guys, we want to look at this. This is a low interest rate. What are the interest rates now? 7%.
Yeah.
So it's got a low interest rate. It's brand new. You're not going to have like the heater is new. You're not the roof. I know it's the condo is new. You're not going to have to put money into big ticket things.
It's ready to go, basically.
And it has a low interest rate. So this would be such a good subject to one, which is for those of you that don't know, taking over. Corey would be like, hey, Mr. John Sutton, I'll take over your 3% mortgage. We do a traditional sale, just like a normal sale with a bank involved, except goes through title. It goes into my name. I take the insurance is in my name. I take full accountability for it. The only thing that doesn't change is the mortgage stays in your name and I pay the bill. So just, so maybe we can call back later on that one after we've given him a minute.
Yeah,
we probably want to build a little more rapport before we send something over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking email him, but yeah, we can call him again.
What do you think, Jen? Do you think we should call again?
I wouldn't call the same day, but
no,
we'll call later. But
yeah, maybe next week or something.
Or just tomorrow or something. Jen or I can call, or someone else can call. It's still your deal and everything. But and I just want to remind you guys,
now,
don't go call this agent. We are helping each other here. Corey it's not under contract. So Corey is showing an address on something and it's kind of a vulnerable situation because he's found a super deal. And if somebody goes around and is like, locks this up, that's not how we do things. Victoria, yes, you can recommend something that might help. What is it? Yeah, don't do backhanded junk. Yeah, some people will do that. I know you guys won't. We're all here to help each other. So Corey, like, let's say we take this down the line and we get it under contract and it's done and we get all this going, then we will take you guys through the whole thing. So you guys can learn. It's everybody gets to learn. And now you guys can take this information and go find stuff on your own and you can see what is a good deal. And you guys can make money off of this. This is a free challenge. You guys aren't no one's charging you to be here. We're not being paid to be here, but you guys can do all this. So like Corey could make money on this. And aren't you a gator too? He can also gator for himself.
Yeah, I'm a gator.
And make money on the gator. I don't know. It might be weird if you gator yourself. You can't make money on yourself.
I don't know. I mean, I could gator myself. Why not?
You could gator yourself. Brandy's a gator too. So maybe Brandy could come in and be like, hey, I'm a gator. Let's work on this deal together. And then you build a relationship with Brandy. And you guys can do deals together. And even if you don't need the money, it's good to work with people. So you build relationships and connections and help each other along the way. You guys can always help each other go further.
Are we bringing up Victoria?
Oh, I thought you were going to talk in the thing.
I was going to talk in the thing.
No, I said we were. Hold on.
Oh,
Okay, there we go. Hi, Victoria.
Hello.
hi.
I was just going to try to suggest something when talking to a realtor. I always like to create win-win situations. So I use that term a lot. And I would say from the get-go, what if I could create a win-win situation for you and your client that would get you both to the end goal of, making what he needs to make for his property, but also paying you your commission. And then Carly, I liked what she said about would your seller be open to a more creative option of getting their house sold? He is not going to know what you're talking about because I did it.
Yeah.
And then he'll say, what's that about? Well, number one, I have one good thing to let you know up front. You get paid. So no worries there. You get paid quicker than you would if you did a traditional sale. You don't have to worry about appraisal. You don't have to worry about the home inspection. I mean, you get paid. And then I would just go about it like, look, I'm here to help facilitate this sale and to make it easier. And also to give another option to present to your seller. Would he be interested in getting on the phone and learn a little bit more about that? So I just thought I'm always looking for ways to turn it around to make him understand I'm trying to create a win-win situation for you, for the seller, and for myself. As I just thought I would throw.
Yeah,
that in.
that's great. That's really great.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, Victoria, you're a realtor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she gets she is on the realtor side. Like she sees the guy that we just talked to. So it's really good. Victoria's what we call a unicorn realtor, which means she gets it. And she was just saying, I didn't get it before, and he's not going to get it. Not a lot of realtors get it. We call them unicorns because there's few and far between that get it. And there's some people that think it's illegal. And it's not. And so we have to educate the realtors. And so what I'm just trying to say is Victoria made a lot of great points from a realtor's point of view, which is very beneficial. And she made a lot of great points. So win-win is huge.
Yeah. He just
I
wants
love
to know up front that he doesn't think he's going to get commissions. When I heard right up front, submit your offer. We'll see. He doesn't even understand that he could actually get his commission. I mean, my deal was like less than 30 days so that I can get paid. Hey, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, he could sell it for asking price, get his commission, and sell in less than 30 days.
Yeah. And in doing so, hey, you may want to decide to do this yourself. Once he learns about this, he's obligated to me as a realtor to see what is the options. Like I always present options now to see what their end goal is, because if their end goal is something different than just a traditional real estate agent can do, then you can do both. So it's kind of it gives me more validity in my area now that I know this, so that I can always be able to handle any objection, going forward. So yeah, I love this stuff, like role playing. This is my thing. Like this is what I do all the time. So I just had to
shoot me your number and I'll call you and see how I do.
Yeah, I mean, because if I help someone else, then I'm helping myself. Be able to have better conversations
Right.
too. So yeah, I'm more than happy to help anyone, and then you can help me. So
You could come back and say, that's illegal.
it's not illegal if it's the best thing for your client.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
and maybe we can have Victoria do some calls too. Cause Victoria, I feel like you might
that
have
would be awesome.
some good, you get it. You're a realtor, you're talking realtor to realtor. So I feel like realtor to realtor, there's that like trust, Like they get that you're not an investor just jacking them around type thing. So you kind of, that builds. Do you guys want to hear Victoria make some calls?
Yeah.
Do you want to? I'm just putting you on the spot.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm fine with that. I basically watched a video of Pace making phone calls today. And I don't know if you want me to do this, but there were 7 different ways that we can help you keep your house. Like if you're in a pre-foreclosure situation, and I don't know if that's where you want me to go, but I love that idea because I'm always trying to come from a place of, let me try to see if I can help you. Like, right.
Mhm.
And then ask those 7 different options for foreclosure. But I don't know if you want me to do that today.
I do want to go into that. That's like a whole thing because we have to lead up to like, because it's a whole different thing talking to pre-foreclosure sellers than agents. But yes, I think we want to do that next week or
Yeah, I
maybe
think so. I
Friday,
think that's
if
fine.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to learn, like, let us know in the chat. Is that something? Because it's just 2 different things, just exactly like she said. So you're talking to a distressed seller. Pre-foreclosure means what, Victoria?
Basically they're behind on their mortgage payments. They're in a pickle, is what we say it down here in the South. They're in a pickle. And we need to help them and figure out what can we do. And we're trying to first ask them about, whether we can help them with getting a loan, maybe someone they know, and just, Pace himself. I didn't know this until this morning. He actually was in foreclosure, so he gets it. He's a very humble person. I mean, yeah, he knows, obviously he built this huge dynasty, but he's such a nice guy. I mean, he actually knows what that feels like to, be in fear of losing your home. I mean, it's a huge thing, right? So coming from a nurture, concern, what can we do to help kind of approach is the way I would approach all those conversations. So
I love that. And I would love to bring, Jen was saying that you had a whole list, and I would love to bring you up and then we can call your list. And because you were watching the 7 things, and maybe we can go over the 7 things.
Maybe next week when you want to focus on your pre-foreclosure topic, I think that's what Jennifer told me.
Yeah, let's start Monday. Let's do that Monday, you guys. We'll focus on pre-foreclosures. We'll have Victoria come up. She has a whole list of people. And then what was the video? Do you have the link on your hand? And maybe we can have them all. If you guys can find any of Pace's seller calls, I don't really ever push much of Pace's things on anyone. There's a whole masterclass on the seller calls masterclass. I tell everybody they are worth every penny. So like, I'll listen to them in the car as I'm driving, and you just listen. Yeah. And my best friend is a realtor too. She says she does the same thing as you get so many things, and it's not just like, okay, I listened to it, now I'm good. You can go back and listen to it and you'll catch things that you didn't catch before. But Pace really is a master at, I mean, that's like, he's a master at everything, but it's like, that's like the top thing that he,
how to
builds
approach
rapport
people.
with.
Yeah. And not demeaning, be kind and be,
Yes.
understanding, because they're in a really bad spot and they've got days, a lot of times, or weeks before. I mean, this one guy he was talking to, scared to death, thinking that his kid's going to get, they're going to get evicted. I mean, this is serious stuff. So
And they're very vulnerable.
You know what I love about, can I say one more thing? I love Pace. One other thing I love about Pace is that he not only is going to help this guy get out of a terrible situation, he's going to teach him how to do subject to and seller finance. You can't find that anywhere.
This is what
I want to give him a hug. He's such a great guy.
And this is what I'm saying when I'm like, we help each other. Like if you guys, I know a lot of you guys aren't like in Pace's realm, but his whole business and life is built off the book, The Go-Giver, which is basically like exactly what Victoria was saying. We give, we don't go around each other. We don't undercut people. He's not trying to get it like bottom dollar. Like there's a real genuine desire to help. Pace could buy that house subject to and be like, bye. See ya. I helped you. He did help them, but he's taking it a step further. And he is like, let me teach you my ways.
I mean, I love that.
Me too. So that's what I love that. I love it so much. Just be nice. Just be nice. Be a good person.
Yes.
So let's do that next week. Victoria has a lot of great information. Maybe right now we can finish. Let's wrap up. Maybe we can comp and call an agent on Corey's other thing. And do you want to stay up here and you can give feedback? Or,
Yeah.
or if you want, you can call. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, we can do another comp and call if you want.
Okay. Should we do another comp? Because we just learned comping and then we can reinforce it. Do another call. Victoria, we have 30 more minutes. Victoria can give her 2 cents. She has a lot of good stuff. And then we will focus on pre-foreclosure starting Monday. I think we never know with PACE. I think this elephant challenge is going to be mostly agent outreach, but PACE changes at last minute all the time. So I just want you guys we'll finish out this week on agent outreach. I'm going to get you guys all brushed up and you guys are going to go into the Zoom and he's going to be like, holy shit, you guys are amazing. You know, all the things. So how many times do you have Zooms each week? So we have them Monday at 12 Pacific time, 3 Eastern, Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 9, 10, 11, noon Eastern, and then back again on Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 3 Eastern is when we have these. Would you guys be interested in doing more Zooms? I was thinking about maybe doing like a Q&A Zoom and just like networking and stuff, maybe on a Thursday or something for an hour. And we can just,
All the Zooms.
all the Zooms. Yes.
Yes. Hey, is this going to be the new time then?
Yeah. So going forward, this will be, Jen couldn't make noon on Wednesdays and I didn't know that. And it's good for her to come.
Yeah.
I mean, she wants to come. She has a lot of good stuff to add. So, and it's better for me to have it in the morning. So, Gwendolyn, you have a question. Gwendolyn the Gator. I love that alliteration. What's up?
Unmute. Good morning, everyone.
Good
Morning.
morning.
Yes, I had a property that I wanted to have comped on Monday, but they asked me to wait for today because today's comping day.
Yes.
So
Let's-
I'll give you the address. And I was on, then I had to hop off because the agent called me with a little more information.
Okay. All right.
So I'll give you the,
Corey, do you want to share your screen with Privy and you can practice while she gives you all the information?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, hold on.
Unless Gwendolyn, you want to come up and share your screen and do all the things and do it.
I can't, my phone is broken. That's why my
Okay.
camera doesn't come on, but it could come on at any point in time. But I've got lipstick on today, so I won't be embarrassed like I was in
Just-
Venus Zoom.
Just in case.
Yes.
All right.
I'll send over the address to Carly.
All right.
G30.
Or you can just say it. It might be in Corey.
Yeah, I
because
need to
Corey's
type
gonna
in.
Corey's gonna
Oh, it's 2030 KINSLEY Street
KIN.
NSLEY Street, Santa Cruz, California, 95062.
All right. Is this it?
Santa Cruz. Nice.
Is this it? The red trim?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Cool.
Street. NSLEY Street.
Playback.
Alright.
It's a 4-unit, Carly.
So what?
It's a 4-unit residential, 4 units.
Oh, so this one, that's good to know. So this is 4 rentals in one building. So this
Oh, it's pending.
might be harder to find a comp for because it's in a single family neighborhood. It's not impossible, but it's just good to know. So,
And it's showing pending.
oh, it's showing pending. Did you talk to the agent, Gwendolyn?
I just got off of the phone with her. That's why I had to leave the Zoom. It is currently not pending. It has been on the market for a long time. The sellers are interested in being creative. So they've been holding out on someone who knows creative. And I
Oh,
seem to be the first one
Nice.
to
You-
fill that for them.
Go, Gwendolyn the Gator.
Hey,
Okay. Oh,
what could I tell ya?
good for you. Okay,
This
so
is
it
only
looks like,
one. This is only one. Go ahead.
oh no, go ahead. And you even have more, huh?
Oh, they have different properties, yes, because of the lady,
Okay.
that was it Valerie from last week. So, but I had already been looking for properties close to hospitals. And this one is also within 10 miles of a Dominican hospital there in Santa Cruz. They've
Nice.
got a 1.155 second on the property, so that would be good for sub two. And they are willing to sell or finance the balance. The current mortgage is 5.87%, probably because of that second, it went up.
Mhm.
And the current monthly is 8,563 and change, due on the 10th of the month, as the
You have a
agent shared.
look at her. So she's gotten a lot of information, you guys. So she was like, are they interested in creative? And they said yes. And so
Yes.
now she's getting information on the mortgage from the agent, which is the second step, which she has done, which is amazing. So
I was
this is-
mistaken that it's not pending. It's
Mm.
there's not showing any active properties. There's just one pending down here. That's a different
Yeah.
address. Yeah.
So here this is going to be a little bit different because it's not residential. So if you go up go to the green, which means it's on market,
Hmm.
and or go scroll down a little bit and do active because you have pending selected.
Yeah.
So we want to see the garage is different, the levels are the same. See, it's funny because this one doesn't say units. It's harder to comp multifamily on here. So
We need
what?
Jen.
What?
Jen.
So my question around it was, is it considered multifamily though? Because so for 5 units or over, you use an NOI, but it's
Oh,
only
it's only
residential.
4. Yeah.
For
Yeah.
comping, I mean, you still want to have, you don't want to comp like a single family house to a 4-unit building.
Yeah.
So, so that's what I was saying. You want to have something that's comparable to 4 units. So there's another.
Have you asked them for like any of the financials, like income or expenses?
Yes, she's going to be sending me an email. I just checked. It is not here yet. I'm also working with another agent in the area, and she sent over some information because the listing agent was taking too long
Oh,
to get back to me. So let me see. Let me find, oh, MJ, there she is. Let me just, oh, here it is. Okay. So we've got 4 units. The first unit is 13, gives the square footage. It's just giving me the rents. 3,200 for that one.
with you talking to the agent, have they said anything like there's low rents? Have they given any of that information?
Oh, these are the rents. The rents are in line with the community. The 3-bedroom is 3,800 a month, and the rest are there's 1, 2, and 1 for 3,173, and the other 2 are 3,200 a month.
Okay, so they're all long-term rental?
Month to month.
Month.
Okay, less than 1 year, month to month, more than 1 year security deposit. Let's see. No, I can't quite tell from here, but it looks like they're month to month.
Okay, so the other thing you need to ask is you need to ask for a list of all of the expenses. You need to know what your actual operating income is, right? So we need to be able to take the income that those 4 units are making and then be minusing all of the expenses of that to know like what the building's actually worth.
She's going to be sending me that in the email.
Okay.
Jen,
Income, expenses.
Jen, when you do like multi-unit on to figure expenses, is there a good rule of thumb? Is it like 50% or?
So like usually of the rent, like I always budget like 10% for repairs and maintenance. And then you have property management fees. I mean, those just differ by location. Like where I live, our property management fees are like 10%, whereas another market they're 5%, right? So you just have to
Okay.
do some research about what is going on there, especially if you're buying property and they're doing their own property management, then in your underwriting, you need to find out from like a local PM company what is being charged so that, you know your building's actually going to make money without managing it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think like, so in larger buildings, we would have like capital expenditures. So we'd be allowing more money for like roofs and stuff like that. There's lots of things to consider in certain percentages, but then sometimes we play with those percentages just based on the age of the building as well.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm
Yeah,
looking
this one
up-
is,
Go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, this one is being self-managed and they are tired landlords.
Nice. So when you hear tired landlord and self-manage, that is a lot of potential for value add, right, Jen?
Yes.
So I'm looking this up on PropStream, and we have 2030 Kinsley Street number A and number E. Here, I'm going to share my screen if that's okay.
Yeah, let me stop sharing mine.
So Jen or Gwendolyn, what are the 2 mortgages? I'm wondering if they put 2 mortgages on 2 different like quote unquote units. Because if you see here, do you know if it's the one with the 1 or the 2 on it?
The
building it
one
is?
to the right has a 3-bedroom and the other 3 are in the long building.
Oh,
so
so they're
Those are 2
both.
and 1s. Yes.
Hmm.
Oh,
The long
so it's
building are
not
the 2
the
and
4.
1s.
It's 2. Okay, 2 units, 2 duplexes, basically.
2 different buildings.
Okay, got it. I was like, what's going on here? So I'm just looking at the comparables here. These all you take them with a grain of salt. So here's another option that we have because so this just has a little bit more information. So I'm going to do the date range is from, how far did we go? May, distance within half a mile. What are the bedrooms on that long building? Did you say there were 2 ones?
3 and
Oh, nice.
3 and 2, I believe. Let me just get my notes.
Okay. There's not much to show.
No,
There's
it's a
the
3 and 1.
3 and 1. Okay. Well, let's go back further. Oops, I'm trying to delete. I'm just doing a bunch of ones. Let's just go to January. This one's tough. It's hard to comp. So what Pace and Laura would say, and I'm not saying I completely agree, if there's no comps, it's not a deal. That's what they say for single family houses. I don't agree. So we can still find something.
Well, I have to disagree as well, because to move these people out and then switch it over to a midterm rental, he's just been disproved.
I know. I think that's only with single families though. And if it's like in North Dakota or something where nothing else is in the middle
It
of
could be
nowhere.
happening someplace.
It's hard when it's like a commercial building in a residential.
Yes.
And then like you have industrial buildings behind there. So those aren't all.
Yeah.
How about the process where they take square footage and times that by the level of renovation needed?
You know about that, Jen? That's
Never
more-
heard of a way for comping a multifamily building like that.
Oh, I don't know about multifamily, but I'm just thinking about that process. Since this is 2 separate buildings, would we be able to apply it to this situation because they're possibly single family?
But if you're saying that each unit is already at market rents, why why would you be renovating them?
Why renovate?
Yeah, if they're already at market rents, why would you renovate? Usually, so in like a value add building, you're gonna do renovations to push market rents. If you're already getting market rents, why would you do renovations?
Because I'm going to switch these to midterm rentals for
So you
traveling
furnish-
nurses. Furnish them, do the
Okay.
cosmetics. I went by this past weekend to see the property and it does
Mhm.
need some cosmetics. So we'll be discussing that with the seller because they're right now thinking of 300 to 350 down. So that's going to need to be negotiated. I'm looking at a sub 2 for that 1.255. And anything above that, I'll discuss it with whoever wants to to lead the sub 2 conversation with
Gwendolyn,
the seller.
what's your exit strategy with this? What do
Midterm
you,
rentals, I'm gonna live in the 3-in-1 and
okay,
midterm
so you
rental
want
the
to hold
rest.
it.
It's buy and hold.
Okay.
I'm moving back
So-
to Santa Cruz.
What's that?
I'm moving back to Santa Cruz. I lived there for 20 years. So it's time to go back.
Nice. So you know the area well.
Yep.
Brian says on the MLS, they're claiming gross schedule income. So Brian has, he's a California realtor, so he has a little bit more stuff.
Nice.
And Brian, if you want to talk, you can just raise your hand and I can unmute you. At the bottom, you do reactions and raise hand. So he says on the MLS, they're claiming a gross schedule income of 160,476. The cap rate is 5.68 and the total operating expenses are 18,843. Rents are showing at 3,200, 3,200, 3,100, and 3,800 for the 4.
Yeah, that's about the
So-
information I received.
Yeah, but
It's
so I'm just doing some quick math here. So if you do the 160K minus the 18,843, and then by the cap rate. So the hard thing is that they're self-managing though, right? So there's fees in there that aren't being captured in order to give you like what the value of the building is as well. So, right, just to see if they're not totally off their mark.
So then I'll need to wait until I get the rest of the information.
Yeah, and you really want it to come from like, I mean, they have to file tax returns, so they at least have to have 2022 tax returns so you can see what they're claiming against the building. And then if you want to go further, you start asking for utility bills, water bills, like you want to see true costs so that you're not getting into a situation where that total operating expenses is actually like 35,000 or something greater, right? Like you want to be confirming that the numbers that they're telling you are actual numbers.
Okay.
And she can self-manage, but it's also coming down to just making sure that the total operating expenses that they're saying actually match, because I've done that before where when you start getting actual utility bills, the numbers don't match the pro forma that was originally sent. So it definitely changes the value of the building.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
But what's the next step? Jen?
I think wait for a lot of that information that you said you were waiting for
Okay.
so that we can properly underwrite it. Yeah.
Do you guys want to learn how to underwrite multifamily from the master herself? This is where Jen shines. This is Jen's magic. So Gwendolyn, when you have that, will you bring it back to the next meeting and we can talk about underwriting? We could also talk about, we could just do underwriting on Friday, underwriting single family and multifamily. What do you guys think about that? That would be a good thing. And then on Monday, we can go into pre-foreclosures. I think underwriting is a good skill to have.
Okay, will do. Thank you so much, ladies.
All right. Thank you, Gwendolyn. All right. Corey, do you want to go and we have 15 more minutes? Do you want to go comp something and call another agent? You're muted. Let me unmute you. Hold on. There you go.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so you want me to comp and then call another agent?
Yes, please. Is that what
Okay.
you guys want? Do you guys want to? So today we're just talking about comping and then agent calling. Is that
Okay,
good? Randy likes it.
Looks like
Dylan
everyone.
likes it. Jared likes it. Okay.
All right.
Julie loves it. Hi, Julie.
All right, let me see here. Pick a good one. Oh, I need to move you guys out of here. Let's do 52.70. How about this one? This one might. Okay. So this one, there's a pretty big stretch on the mortgage is at 3.3% at 517,140, and they're asking 750. And that's why I wanted to do the comps on it, because I was wondering if they were out of line. So,
Yeah, let's do it.
all right, so you said we don't want to cross major roads, but there's nothing over here. And there's nothing over here. But maybe Washington Avenue those might throw it off. So,
They might. So maybe you can do like a little circle with your pen around that block. Well, I know it's not a block, but
something like that.
yes.
Oh, I didn't close it. Okay. What the heck? Oh, I got it. Okay. Okay, so let's see. The year built was 2001, so probably get the 2020 out of there. What do
Yeah.
you think?
Yes.
Okay. And there's a bunch of newer stuff. So I don't really know. What do you think? Or should I start with square footage? 3353. It's pretty big.
Beds, baths, and levels or I do built. I start with the built date. So you want within the last 10 years,
Okay.
5 if you can.
So 10 years plus or minus, or? Did I lose you? Uh-oh.
Oh, I think she's reading something.
Okay.
Carly.
Plus or minus 10 years, or? Because I got a 08.
Yeah, I like to keep it within 5 years, but if
Oh,
you
within 5,
can't,
okay.
then go to 10. If there's a lot, then just go to 5 years.
So there's
and
an
then
04, there's not a lot, there's 104.
that's okay.
The 2018 probably needs to go away. The 2018 needs to go away. The 2015 and
Yeah.
the 2019. And this is gonna be a hard one because it's 5 beds and 5 baths. And
See,
everything
wow.
else.
So kill the 3s
Kill the 3s.
because that's a big difference. 3 beds.
We only got one comp.
See, this is why it's hard. So like that's why you can. What is the comp? Let's see. And how long ago was it? It was in
It
May.
was in May. So right at the edge of our time frame.
So they sold for 830.
Mhm.
It's helpful now. So 830, they want 750 3 months ago. Price per square foot. I look at price per square
Yeah,
foot. That's
280
helpful
versus
too.
223 is what they're asking on this one.
So do you think this is a bad price or a good price?
No,
Just
it
based
seems-
on one.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty good price.
They're not crazy.
Yeah. I mean, 5 bedrooms, if that's big.
That is big.
And I think it's renovated, right? I mean, it looks pretty new.
Yeah, and you can also look at the one that's you can press the letter I next
the
to
letter
it
I,
and see
yeah.
if how new or old the other one that we're comparing to is. So this is like a townhouse situation.
Yeah, this looks pretty
It's
nice. and
nice.
Renovated, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's a fine comparable. It's not like an old one.
Okay.
So there. So we have that.
So we think
Um,
their price is fair.
Now let's go look at their mortgage, their public records or ML.
Public
I think it's
records,
under.
the history, they did drop at 50K after
So
the first
that's-
month, looks like,
that's
or less than a
good.
month. And then their
And-
mortgage is 517 at 3.3 for 360 in 2020.
So they want 750. So they have a good chunk of equity in there.
Yeah.
Um,
So and actually this is kind of why I picked this one, because I wasn't sure how to comp. I mean, I kind of was doing what you did, but I didn't get rid of anything and go through all the, like we just did.
Mhm.
And so like, you know, what I was hoping to find is like, well, they're asking 750, but it's worth 600 or something, you know, but it still might work for creative, right? Because you could do the hybrid, right?
right. And
Okay.
Brandy has a good question. Who is your buyer?
Who's my buyer?
Yeah. Who is your buyer for this? The other one was for like, who are you looking to, what is the avatar of your buyer? I'm not saying like it's John Smith down the road, but like, who is this buyer? So when we were talking about when you're looking at things, you want to find things that are like the average market price. You know, that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're looking near the med center because we're looking for like midterm rentals.
Okay, so this is still a midterm rental.
Yeah, that's what I went down that path today with these four is trying to find midterm rentals. So I did go a little bit higher, and I know the property values are a little higher over there anyways, so.
And how many bedrooms is that one? So that one's good because it has a 5-bedroom
Five, yeah.
situation. So that looks like a little luxurious house. Is that something that you could do? And so, so there's pad split. He could pad split it, which is just like rent by the rooms
Mhm.
through the hospital. So it is so it's close to the hospital. It's got 5 rooms. And Brandy, do you have a buyer? If that buyer may not be one, we're taking things. Victoria, good point. The price drop means that the seller has a motivation.
Mhm.
And she says, I would try to dig that out during your conversation.
Yeah, so I don't want to say investor. I'm gonna say, what should I say, Victoria?
Buying houses in your area.
I'm buying houses, what, Jen?
In your
In
area,
your area.
In my area, okay. buying
real
houses.
general.
Yeah. Okay,
Or
all right.
general.
Kind of nervous this time. I wasn't nervous last time, but now I'm nervous.
I know it is nerve-wracking.
All right.
Everybody wish Corey good luck. Anything else you want to go over? So we're not investors. We're going to ask open-ended questions. Victoria says motivation. So 4 pillars: timeline, motivation, condition, and price. We know the condition. Motivation. So when we dig into that, it looks like they've dropped the price. Tell me about that.
Yeah, this one, also, I think it's the broker that I'm calling. So let's see. What was the command? What to search for the
Command
listing
F
agent?
for like
Command F.
find.
Yeah, listing. Sarah Brooks. Okay. So maybe it'll be the agent. Let's see.
Hi, you've reached Sarah Brooks Boat with the Sarah Brooks Property Team. I'm sorry I missed your call. For fast response, please feel free to text me at 281-455-3970. Otherwise, I'll return your call as soon as possible. Thanks so much. Have a great day. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Sarah. My name is Corey Sachs. I'm calling about 5217 Blossom Street, number C. If you could give me a call back, my number is 281-642-6077. Thank you. Okay,
Nice.
text.
Yeah, pull up with a text.
All right. Let's see.
Sometimes I mess with the realtors. I just say, hey, I have your buyer. Give me a call.
I have your buyer. Give me a call.
Yeah. I mean, they're just people.
Yeah.
Most of them are morons. So
Talk about motivation. She's not lying. You do. She does have a buyer, you know, that's,
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna call you back in a heartbeat if you say I have a buyer.
Yeah.
that's a cash, that's a paycheck for you.
Yeah,
That's a 2.5 to 3% call.
Yeah. I need to put food on the table.
Yeah.
Should I say that?
Yeah. Maybe you put that in your text. Be like, hey, my name's Corey. I'm calling about whatever street. I have a buyer for it.
Yeah.
I love that. Good one. See, it's always good to have a person.
Yeah,
that's
because
a
we're just trying to
realtor.
get paid.
Yeah.
And usually you're in the red. I'm gonna start charging for a lot of people do that around Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte, some of the bigger cities. So I'm not in the hole if you can't sell your house. Like that normally doesn't happen in this market, but your pictures and your staging, your photos, you know, I pay somebody to measure. So if you don't get the house sold, you're in the red, and that's not
Yeah.
good.
So what
a
will
good
you
point.
say to them when they call you back and go, who's my buyer?
Oh, fantastic. Potentially it could be me.
Yeah.
You know, are you open to a conversation just to hear about, what did Carly say? A creative option that you could present to your seller, a win-win situation. I always say that. Because ultimately, if it's not a win-win for all parties, it's not going to work anyway, right?
Yeah.
And then you can launch into be like, what do you mean creative? Well, to sweeten the deal, I like to say to sweeten the deal, I pay you. I pay the closing costs. And I pay the seller's asking price, and I'm not going to ask for concessions. So there's their wins.
Mhm.
You put out their wins. This is how, then their guards drop and they're like, okay, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yep.
And in response, or in turn, I would love to have, I would love them to consider a creative offer. What's a creative offer? Something along the lines, not traditional, like where we go to a bank, depending on where they are. We could do a seller finance. I start with seller finance because most agents know what that is. It's not foreign. And then, but then you can even go down what she was saying. I have 25 different ways. There's so many creative ways.
Yeah.
Seller finance is one of them, but I have 25 different tools in my tool belt. Let me know if your seller might be open to more creative situation, and then we can go down that road.
Okay. This is what I wrote. I put, hi, this is Corey Sachs. I left you a message about 5217 Blossom Street. I have a buyer, and then my number and my email.
Yeah.
Send.
Send.
Yeah.
Ring.
Give it 5, 4, 3.
That would be funny.
2.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, they're just a person.
That's a good mindset of this, because we all get wrapped up in our, like, it's scary because we don't talk to agents every day, especially on a Zoom with so many people watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just a person. It's just somebody's sister.
Yeah. They're on the
Just
other
like
end,
your
just trying to make a
sister.
living too.
Yep.
We're
And
all-
that goes well within, like, let's work together. Let's make some money. I always like, let's make some money together, you know, and then we're on the same team. So,
Yeah, why would they be opposed to hearing other options that are going to make their seller whole, meet their goals, meet the realtor's goals? You know, there's no reason why they would have any opposition, you know, because you're just trying to find out what you could do to maybe help the situation and get the house under contract
Yeah,
in an easier way. Get them paid sooner. Hey, that they'll perk up their ears if you say they can get paid sooner.
for sure.
What's in it for them? You got to go right to what's in it for the realtor
Yes.
first,
Mhm.
because they are the gatekeeper to the seller.
Yeah.
So be like, I'm on your team. I'm not gonna,
Every
like,
time
Rena, I'm not gonna lowball you.
yeah.
I'm gonna give you a price. I am gonna pay you. I am gonna pay the seller's closing costs. Like, and in return, it would be nice if your seller would be open to a creative offer. So you build up. We're on the same team here, pal. I want to give you a bunch of money.
Yeah.
30%, 3% of the sales price. I want to make it rain for you. Sir John, whatever his name was, Mr. John Sutton.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna call
Okay,
him back
We
tomorrow.
will.
Yeah, definitely. He just needs to be warmed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I stalk people on Facebook too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That
I
really
was
is a
doing.
good
I
one.
I want to
didn't
know
do that
who's in his world. Does he have kids? I mean, what is his responsibility so that you know what his pain points are as a person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't do that today, but I had done that on some previous ones that I called.
Yeah. I don't always do that, but sometimes if they give me a hard time, like, what's wrong with this person?
Think of it like when you're dating, like we all, it's just like, you don't walk up to someone and be like, Corey, will you marry me? And you're like, whoa, lady, who are you? I don't even know who you are. And a lot of women, you guys get this, like, have you ever had a guy? I don't know if it happens more to women. I think we're like, guys come on really strong and you're like, pump the brakes, turbo, like, whoa, like, I got to get to know you first. I'm not going to hop in the sack with you, or something. You gotta, like she was saying, you gotta warm them up. You gotta make them laugh. You gotta be on your team. You gotta build rapport. Facebook stalk them and be like, let's say they really like Britney Spears or something, and be like, no, you can like throw something in like, in Vegas, I went to that Britney Spears concert or something, where it's just completely ambiguous. They're like, I love Britney Spears. You're like, you do? Me too. So you want to really, yes, Brandy, because they want you to hop in the sack with them. I mean, you're really, these are committed relationships. They are, because when you sell something subject to, when the deal is done, it's not done. You are sharing, you're sharing logins to a mortgage account. They want to make sure that you're paying the bills. If you turn around and sell it, the title is going to them because it's in their name. So this really is a long-term relationship. So you guys also want to work with getting get enough trust from the realtor where they let you talk to the seller. A lot of realtors have their guards up. And so it's a relationship. You really need to build a relationship between the two of you because you're married for the next however long this mortgage is lasting. So
yeah, and the seller and the realtor may decide that they want to learn how to do sub-2 seller finance after the whole, transaction, which is what happened to me. My seller is really interested in learning how to invest this way. So it's an opportunity for
the right to get more deals.
It's an opportunity for the realtor to expand their horizons, and also the seller sometimes, just like PACE is, helps people, not just helps them get out of that bad situation, but teaches them how they too can do this.
Yeah.
Victoria, are you sub-2 as well?
No, I'm a baby elephant
Okay.
never know it.
and a unicorn.
And a
Definitely
unicorn.
the unicorn agent. For
Yeah, I
sure.
really like the unicorn.
So.
I'm one of the nice ones.
Yes. Okay. So we're 7 minutes over, but you guys all have homework. So here's your homework. And come back. We want to know you. These people like Corey and Victoria who come up, they raise their hand, they come back again. These are the people that are action takers that are going to do stuff. So homework for next week, for next time, which is Friday at noon Pacific time, 3 Eastern. We are going to do exactly what Corey did. I will drop the buy box for the medical centers in there, but go back and watch. We need to cut those clips of like how to find your market, You want to go to places with a median price. Go look up the median price where people are moving to. High days on market if you're looking for online, and do exactly what we did today. You call the agent, you comp the property. And if you don't want to, you can do exactly what Corey did. He made a list this morning and he came and he raised his hand and we comped him and we called agents. So I would love for more people to come and take action. Unfortunately, we have literally 19,000 people have signed up for the Elephant Challenge in the entire year. 19,000. It started last year. We have about, on a good day, we have 3,000 people come to Pace's live Zoom. So how many people there between 19,000 and 3,000 are showing up? Okay. And then we have 39 people of those 19,000 people that registered. And of those, granted, there is multiple Zooms at different times, but right now of that 2,500 that showed up last time to the live one, 39 are on the Zoom. And of the people that are on the Zoom, we've had 3 or 4 people raise their hand. So those are the people and that are taking action. So it's the Gwendolyns, it's the Corys, it's the Victorias that are doing the homework, coming back, taking action, doing scary shit like calling agents live in front of 35 people. The other day we had 100. So be like these guys, taking action. We want to help you. Julie, yes, she can join our Elephant Challenge. If you guys know anybody that wants to join the Elephant Challenge, they need to come in through elephantchallenge.info and sign up and come through there, because one, it brings them to the community, it tags them as a baby elephant, and it triggers an email from me with a video being like, this is how you get started, this is how you find it. So we need to have them come through a certain sequence. So yeah, Jennifer put both of those work. They all go to the same place.
The Elephant Challenge one, it converted to that one. So when I copied it,
yeah, it's a vanity link because Pace hates.
I have a
Pace
question.
hates. Yeah.
Do I need to re-sign up for
Good question.
the Elephant Challenge again? Because I probably need to go over everything again.
No, you don't. You're in. You're here. You just need to join the Zooms. You're in groups. The thing. I'll put the Zoom links in the announcements. We'll also email them to you. The biggest thing is we want people to come. We don't want people to come in with people who will just give like whatever the link is to the circle community. They come in and they have no freaking idea what they're supposed to be doing. Nobody reads the start here section. So, and then they all post in the discussions, I need a partner. It's like, go to a group, come be doing what Corey and Victoria and Gwendolyn and all of you people here are doing. So thank you for coming. So bring people. And I challenge you all to pleasantly surprise Pace and at least bring one friend. Because he feeds off of the live people. A lot of people, I get it, they're working, they watch the replays. He feeds off of the comments, he feeds off of how many people are here, and he feeds off people taking action. And he's going to keep this going because it's expensive to keep going. There's only one person he's paying, and it's me because I do other things for him, but I help do the Elephant Challenge. He has to pay for the circle, which is $500 a month. He is not making any money off of this, you guys. He's not. He shows you guys Privy and gives you a link to get Privy, I'll be honest, he makes a little bit of money from that, but he's like, you don't have to do Privy to buy it or to join. You guys are getting this for free. You guys are getting the sub 2 people for free. You're getting all of Pace's information for free. He's not requiring you to buy anything to go. He's not upselling you on anything. He's actually telling you not to join sub 2 until you've done sub 2 deals. So I highly encourage you guys to bring friends. It kind of like as a thank you. That I think it would really make a lot to Pace. And see, Brandy, we encourage people. Brandy's like, I'll share my Privy if anybody needs it. Share the Privy. Definitely share it. It's not a requirement to make to do it. Like squat up with each other. So anyways, we're 15 minutes over now.
Yeah. we'll post the homework in Circle.
And the
Okay.
replay is, we will also post, it's being live streamed to YouTube right now. So it'll replay on YouTube. All right. Julie's bringing some properties on Friday. Who else is bringing properties on Friday? Let me know. We got Corey, we got Victoria, Amani, or is it Deborah, Gwendolyn, Julie, Rick will bring properties. Her husband. Julie and Rick are subjugators too. They're great. Caleb's going to be it. Brandy's going to be it. Okay. I'm going to go back to these chats and I want to see everybody. This says, I'm taking action. I want to see every single one of your hands. Yoli says, thank you. I want to see everybody that said to bring properties is taking action and going forward. And if you guys do, I'm going to create a extra one for these action takers. Actually, for the people that show up, I'm going to create a special Zoom for people that show up and prove that they've done their homework. And I'm only going to give it to the action takers. And we're going to dive deep. And we're going to go do all this stuff. We're diving deep. We'll do the calls. We'll do creative stuff. We'll go deep. So, bring your stuff. And then so I'll probably do the bonus Zooms on Thursday for the deep dives for the action takers. So Eamon needs friends, be friends, get to know each other. And squat up with each other, come back and let's make some money together. You guys can make money from this. You guys 1,000% can make money. You earn while you learn, and nobody is charging. We're doing this for free. Nobody's paying us to do this. Well, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Homework will be posted. Replay will be posted. Carly will literally talk for 3 hours.